Ladies and gentlemen, this is an article from December 6, 2017 in the New Yorker. Robert Mueller jumps onto the Trump money trail. The Mueller probe found no wrongdoing in terms of finances, but this is a New Yorker article talking about how he jumped on Trump's money trail. He demanded records and financial documents, and the Trump organization was already scrutinized by Robert Mueller. They found nothing. Now, he might actually get indicted. I don't know. I hope he doesn't. If he does, it'll just be almost certainly the Democratic Party politicizing the Justice Department and, well, I should say, Tammany Hall, the Southern District of New York. So it'll just be them going after their direct political rivals because they couldn't find anything on a shred of evidence that he worked alongside Russian intelligence officials, which never happened. To buy Facebook ads, or swing 2016, or pressure Zelensky. These things never happened. That's why they've never gone after him in a court of law. Until now, and they don't care if he defeats them. They can indict President Trump on a criminal charge, and they could milk that, and they could squeeze that for public relations for the next 3 years until 2024. And then they'll say, my God, are you gonna vote for a man who's a criminal? And you better believe 74 million Americans or more will vote for this man if he runs again. Because everyone with a functioning brain cell knows they're almost certainly going after him for political purposes just to knock him out of the next presidential contest. That's it. The Mueller probe was this sprawling, all-encompassing probe. So here, do the Russians have something on Donald Trump? The question has been asked since the early days of Trump's presidential campaign in an attempt to make sense of his vocal admiration for Vladimir Putin. Are you kidding me? President Obama came in with a Russian reset. Putin was actually favoring President Obama over Bush. Then you had Romney, who was the hawk against the Kremlin, and President Obama said, the 80s want their foreign policy back. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Trump could very well get indicted simply for the public relations benefit to the Democratic Party, not because he's actually committed a crime. They might go after him for some absurd, you won't get James Comey saying, God, he didn't mean to have top secret intelligence on servers. So anyone else on the planet would have been charged, would have been actually jailed, and then indicted, prosecuted under numerous statutes for top secret and special access program intelligence on private servers running outside of the United States government for 4 years, in addition to classified data. But again, that's not the way Democrats and media work. They cover up Madam Secretary's almost certain crimes and fabricate crimes with Trump. Then it's a public relations. Like, they run on public relations. They don't run on... When you see the anchors on MSNBC and CNN, they're actors, first and foremost. They might be journalists, but they're also actors. They truly feel this need to question whether Trump worked with Russia. You know, he said so many nice things about Putin. There must be something there. It's the most deceptive, nefarious form of propaganda. That is the basis of what demagoguery. Look up the definition. You're blaming another country for your failures. They did the same thing to Tulsi Gabbard. They did the same thing to Bernie Sanders. They did the same thing to Jill Stein. They do the same thing to everybody, including Trump, obviously. But they could indict Trump for public relations purposes, try to milk as much angst or contempt or disdain for him for the next 3 years because they have nothing on him. We have inflation problems, or a potential problem with inflation. The economy hasn't come back the way we want it to. Actually, unemployment increased. Unemployment was decreasing before Trump left office, okay? There was a rebound. There was a rebound in the economy. Now unemployment has increased. You have a horrendous crisis at the southern geographic region of the country that's far worse than anything that took place under President Trump's administration, with potentially the same types of things that a Senate panel investigated President Obama for, which I can't even talk about because of YouTube guidelines and policies, which was worse than anything that took place under President Trump's administration, and I was against the separation. That was horrendous. It was a horrendous policy. President Obama presided over an even more despicable policy. But don't tell that to morally superior, apoplectic, wonderful, wonderful, absolutely beautiful liberal Democrats. They're so wonderful. They're fantastic. They're always morally superior on every issue. That's why when you get that's why they have to focus on the power imbalance on any situation and distort morality into, well, it's all about a power imbalance. Ignoring every other element of the complex situation, whatever the topic can be, whatever the topic is about. Never questioning why there is a power imbalance that exists to begin with, or never acknowledging that, well, I can go on. I'm trying to speak in roundabout terms. But anyway, here, according to a report, Mueller's subpoena requires Deutsche Bank to provide information on certain financial transactions and loans. Here's the link. The link will be below. They already got information from Deutsche Bank. They couldn't find anything. Again, he'll defeat them in court. That's 100%. He'll defend himself, and he's already the Obi-Wan Kenobi of politics. They already subpoenaed and got records from all his lenders, from all the banks, and they did cross. There's one article saying they didn't cross the financial line. Yes, they did. They definitely crossed that. They couldn't find anything. They're either completely and utterly inept because the Mueller probe was all-encompassing. Like, if there was a financial crime, that would have been within the scope or umbrella of the Mueller probe. You know, the Whitewater investigation was a failed business deal, and then it led to the blue dress and the Oval Office. Oh my goodness, I mean, honestly, how could it have led to that? We were talking about intercontinental ballistic missiles, and my paper mache prop was we lost it, and so I was just trying to convey what an intercontinental ballistic missile fight would look like. My goodness. Anyway. Then you got, so Ken Starr with the special counsel ended up with Bill Clinton in the Oval Office. Mueller could have easily found insurance, illegality, and crimes, and bank issues, and crimes, and everything else. It's not that difficult. They spent a year and a half. It's not that difficult. You don't have to be this top New York prosecutor. It's so easy. If you have a person with glaring or even somewhat hidden financial crimes of that nature, where you're talking hundreds of millions of dollars and billions of dollars, it's not difficult to find out. Because the lender and the banks themselves go to the authorities, or the banks themselves fine. Where are the fines that he received from banks or insurance companies? Where is the evidence that these banks and insurance companies went to state or federal authorities to say, hey, this person is robbing us blind? There is none. There's not even any evidence. The evidence of the journalistic, the public record, the papers of record show that there was nothing. In fact, they were bragging about how thorough Mueller's investigation was. It went into every cranny, every little cupboard that Trump has, with love letters to Putin and millions from shady business deals. And they couldn't find anything. Why is that? Maybe because there's nothing there. The Southern District of New York, they're all Democrats. Is one person walking to work with a Make America Great Again hat? They're all hardcore liberal Democrats who want it out for Trump. They want Trump knocked out of 2024. And they don't have a shred of evidence. But they'll find something. Oh, they'll find something. And because they want retribution. When they find something, he'll beat it in court, but the public relations spin could work in their favor. Look, you have over 30 Republicans voting for a commission today. Notice they're not going after him in a court of law for that. It's public relations. How can we go ahead and milk it for everything it's worth in House panels? And come 2022, the clock is ticking. Come 2022, enjoy it while it lasts, Democrats. Once President Trump and Trump Republicans primary every never-Trumper out of the Republican Party, you're looking at a whole new ballgame. He could very well get indicted, but it'll be for public relations purposes. Give me your thoughts below. And they already got Deutsche Bank financial records, so it's like they don't really have anything. He'll defeat it in court, but he could get indicted. Give me your thoughts.